It seems that you already automate a lot of things in your house. Can you tell us about that?
I have a number of light timers, both for the porch lamps and for my room lamps. Primarily, that's the only truly home automation I do. I've tried X10 and a few of the other products in the past, but found them overcomplicated for what they provide.
So what was overcomplicated about it that turned you off?
Just the fact that you had to replace each and every one of the light switches, the plugs, everything or have modules to plug in for that, whatever you wanted to control. It was dreadfully expensive as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not very familiar with home automation, but I would assume that if you were to install such a product throughout your home, that it would require professional installation by someone who is very familiar with the product. So that's the route I would most likely go, but again, I'm not very familiar, so perhaps they are much easier to use. Or maybe perception is that it's not, and therefore, as the expression goes, perception is oftentimes reality. So an obstacle to perhaps overcome.
Okay, so what are the things pie in the sky, if you will, that you would really want to automate that would really alleviate some of the stress in your day?
Simple things, really. HVAC systems, humidifier, dehumidifier, things like that to tie it together. There really isn't, that I found, a good all-in-one solution.
Okay.
Or at least something to control it all in one point.
Gotcha. Okay.
The one value I could see with doing something a light-based system would be anyone, myself included, often forgets to turn off the lights when they leave a room. I have kids, and they absolutely never turn off lights. I think that's their goal. They're getting secretly paid off by Detroit Energy.
Aha.
That's really the thing, is the aggravating, mindless stuff that I think people would be able to pay more for, not the, hey, my house is 5 degrees warmer 10 minutes before I get there.
Gotcha.
So that's my thought.
Okay, that's great.
Other key features that I would highly appreciate would be the ability to control even appliances. I know that would be a little bit difficult to integrate, but control the appliances. If I set something in the oven, maybe a couple hours later or 6 hours later I'm at work, I can start it up before I get home, for something to cook, for something to bake, or simply for something to warm up. Other aspects would be lights, obviously, air conditioning, maybe garage, but it all depends on security, and then locks if possible too.
One of the products we were mentioning was something like the iNest or the Nest thermostat, and my comment to him was it didn't go far enough. It's way too expensive for what little it does. I would like to see some advanced features in something like that for the price. Controlling humidifier, controlling a dehumidifier, so that it's able to, as one unit or as a set of modules, control entire systems. Basically make my life easier by taking the guesswork out of complicated things or even tedious things that I don't want to have to worry about.
I would be more likely to buy something that is a home automation system that I can then add modules to, as opposed to, I gotta buy this one for that, and I gotta buy this one for that, and I gotta buy this one for that.
The only comment and really recommendation I have for your team is to be able to offer services a la carte. So I know that as a young professional and also single, my needs might be different than perhaps parents with 2 children. And so being able to have a product that's really targeted towards your different customers and is also tailored towards them. So giving me the option of picking and choosing which parts of your service I'd like and consequently paying that particular price is more preferred versus coming up with this great package that has a lot of features, many of which perhaps aren't really relevant to me.
So when it comes to controlling this type of solution, are you finding that you would be more happy using some type of web-based solution or some app in your phone or your tablet?
Combination therein. Whatever would be most convenient for what I have on me. If I'm sitting in front of a computer, it would be a web-based solution. If I'm wandering about the house, my tablet or my phone.
If it would be things I need to do because it dawns on me and I'm driving down the road, obviously an app would be crucial. If they're more selection-based actions to where I need to choose a multiple list of things, maybe it's something I set it and roll with it, but I need to log in every now and then, maybe web-based would be easier. But I think of all the different logins I have and websites I go to, so many of them have apps now, and they've found out ways to make the app pretty much as useful as some sort of web-based solution. So
Cool.
Feature that would make it the most attractive for any home automation service for me would be accessibility. I know that there's some products out there that are available on the web. I would want to have a mobile app of some sort and be able to access it from anywhere, and be able to, to set up my settings and just I'm really passionate about technology, and any type of technology that I can have on my phone that can help make my life easier would be really nice to have.
I mean, app control is always convenient, but it would be good to also have it web-based, so if you're at your computer, I don't feel like pulling out your phone. If I'm already in Chrome doing something, I can just open a tab and go, hey, change this.
I really like the idea of smart switches and smart outlets. I would prefer the smart outlet over the switch if I had to choose, although ideally it would be great to have both. I'm assuming they would be in a mobile app of some sort that would allow me the opportunity to be able to remotely control my home. I like the idea of the outlets better just because, as I mentioned before, I'm a warrior, and therefore I found myself multiple times leaving my home and wondering if I turned off my curling iron or my hair dryer or some other appliance in the bathroom. And so it would be nice to have that peace of mind to be able to have this product that is smart and I'm able to control it from anywhere.
Smart power outlets, that would be good in terms of if you have kids. For example, you can make sure that if anywhere kids are playing, you can take off in any room. Yeah, so I think that would be a great tool. Just the fact that I could just move it. Say, for example, if I move from one house that's already built to another house that's already built, I think I would be more of inclined to just take the adapters with me. So,
what do I think of the idea of smart switches and smart power outlets? Very cool. Would I find use for them? Yes, I would. If they were cheap enough, I would say. Would I favor placing adapters on top of my existing power outlets or replacing existing power outlets? Probably, just for ease of use, putting it on top of the power outlet, but if it was too big, I would want to replace the existing outlet if it wasn't that difficult to do.
At what point does price become unattractive for you purchasing a product?
If you can get it to the price point where it's inexpensive, where you look at the cheap ones and you go, okay, that's cheap. Well, this is only a little bit more. I might be willing to buy that. But if there's a huge gap in the price, then I'm going to say, no, that's way too expensive. That's out of my league.
Well, a few things that I would need to consider is, number one, the cost. As a homeowner, everything is cost driven, so it depends on how much that would affect my budget.
Would I buy them? It all depends on the cost, obviously, and what I'm trying to do. First, I would probably want to start with something just small, see how some basic features work before I would start an investment on the entire house.
This seems to be a commoditized type purchase in the sense of all you have is an app and a smart outlet or a smart switch. So I would think that less price, better design would probably be two things that I would be looking for.
Price is only one component, but flexibility is just as important. And if the customer feels like they have control over this product that is going to make their life easier and better and also give them that peace of mind, then I think they're willing to pay that higher price. But first they need to be able to feel as though this product, they own this product and they can pick and choose what they want, what's the most important to them. And also there's an expectation that as time passes, that the product continues to improve and become better. As technology improves, so does the functionality of this product.